Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 11 of the Popcorn Podcast. I am your host, Tommy Cresta, and this week, me and my co host of the week will be going through the movie news and then doing a No Time to Die review. So, I would like to welcome my guest back. He was actually the most requested co host to come back for the show. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Tom. Very tired, but I'm doing great.
Good. Are you enjoying your beer you got?
It's unearthed, as the label says, but yeah, it's good.
Okay. But no, we're here to talk about a couple things, and then we're gonna get into No Time to Die, which we got to see the other day. So, yeah, I think we should get right into the news before we get started. Okay, so the first bit of news we have from this week is that we got our first trailer for Scream 5. And yeah, I don't know what I want to say about it because I'm not trying to put too much hate on it because it's just a trailer. But at the same time, it does not look good.
No, I'll hate on it right away. It looks like someone on YouTube made a trailer, like a fan-made trailer. It does not look like a well put together movie. And like you said earlier, before we went on the podcast, I don't think releasing a trailer this late compared to when the movie comes out is a good sign that it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah, like I always go back to the Batman, and I think it's just because we got our first teaser trailer last October, and the movie isn't coming out till this March, so it builds up hype. There's no hype around Scream 5. Maybe some people that are huge into these movies. I'm personally not one of those people. So maybe it's just that we're not big Scream guys, but
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was never a big Scream person. I watched the first one, I think it was, and it didn't really. It wasn't my thing. I mean, it was kind of funny,
yeah, it has like
but
scenes.
like I couldn't get into it. And like this trailer, you said like the old cast is go back into
Yeah, a lot of
this.
them are back.
I feel like it's kind of like trying to compete with the new Michael Myers movie on Halloween. They're
Yeah,
bringing back
like
that brought back the old cast, and it's like, oh, we gotta take down Scream, and it's just like I feel like it's the same thing as the Halloween movie, just done poorly.
yeah, like Halloween has a good director at the helm of it, very good actors and actresses. Not that this doesn't with David Arquette coming back, Courtney Cox, Dylan Minnette, who is famously known for doing not Stranger Things, 13 Reasons Why, Chase. But yes, there's a good cast behind it, but I don't know if I fully trust these two directors to come in, who aren't very well known, with Matt Olpin and Tyler Gillett, who both have only done 2 movies so far, and neither one has been fresh yet on like a tomato meter.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think the actors or the directors. Not like I'm not a big actor like knowledge. I don't really know much
Yeah.
about them, but like none of these people even ring a bell.
Oh yeah, like it's not like when you say Jamie Lee Curtis, everyone knows from Halloween. Like everyone knows that she's the woman from the first one. She's
Yeah.
done Freaky Friday. She's a well-known actress. So I think neither one of us are that excited for these movies.
Nowhere near excited.
My puppy just showed up during the recording
It's
session.
not a puppy. This is a dog now.
But moving on to part 2 is that Will Poulter, one of my favorite actors, very young and upcoming, has officially been cast as Adam Warlock. And I know you're not a big like you actor and actress guy. He's in like Maze Runner. He's in Midsommar. We Are the Millers. He's like the one. He's like, you guys are getting paid.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I knew that would get your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing Adam Warlock, who is a big Marvel character who's actually friends with Thanos.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we got a post-credit scene with him in Guardians 1. It was just his chamber though, and we've been waiting since then. But he is a fictional character. He's in the Marvel Comics. His earliest appearances were in the Fantastic Four and Thor. But people are very excited to see him. And I don't think if I would have ever thought that Adam Warlock, I would have picked Will Poulter. But I'm going to try and pull up an image for you. Like,
I'm not familiar with the character that much. Do
No,
you
but,
think
like,
he'd
do you-
fit him?
surprisingly, now that I'm seeing it, yes. But
I don't mean just look wise, because I'm looking at it. There's a similarity. I mean, like
no, like as an actor.
actor.
I think he
Okay.
can actually pull it
Okay.
off. Not like I don't think it's a miscast so far. It's just kind of like with Ben Affleck. I
Mhm.
never expected him to be Batman. I was never like, that's my choice. But then as soon as he was there, I was like, that's a perfect person for the
Yeah.
movie. But no,
I still gotta see Guardians of the Galaxy. I've
What?
seen almost every Marvel movie, but I've never seen Guardians of the
you know, there's
the
2 of
Galaxy.
them, right?
I know there's a
There's a
third
third one
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
out.
Yeah,
And a Christmas special.
I just they were one of my favorite characters too when I was watching the Avengers Endgame and all that. I just never got around to watching it.
You've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Never.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And you're on a movie podcast?
I don't know how I was here the first time.
Neither do I. I'm reconsidering all my decisions with you. But I'm excited for Will Poulter. I'm excited to see him in Guardians 3. And he's actually supposed to be on set next week. And this was from a tweet that James Gunn put out. Hi, my. Another one of my dogs showed up. Sorry about that. But next we're moving on to an actor that I know Matt knows very well. Hugh Jackman just celebrated his 53rd birthday today.
Props to him. He looks great too.
Yeah, for 53.
Oh yeah.
And I love Hugh Jackman for everything, but I mean Logan is just like everyone
It's
loves
an amazing
Logan.
movie.
And you probably I don't know if you saw it, but it's a movie called Prisoners. It's actually one of my favorite movies ever.
Never heard of it.
But he's incredible in that. The dude's a great actor. Yeah, sometimes he does like a real steal, which I didn't like. But in total, I love Hugh Jackman. I love how he is. Him and Ryan Reynolds' like arguments, social media arguments.
He wasn't the greatest showman. I know that.
There you go. There's a non-Wolverine movie you know him
there
from.
you go. A musical.
But no, I think just happy birthday, Hugh Jackman. You're one of our biggest actors that we know, and
Yeah.
we love everything you've done for Hollywood and superheroes. But moving on to something I am not excited for.
I'm kind of excited.
Oh my god. We just got our first look as Timothée Chalamet as a young Willy Wonka in the new upcoming Wonka film, which is set to release on March 17th of 2023. Matt, what are your thoughts?
I think it's kind of cool. I mean, at least it's not, like I said, a remake of Willy Wonka for like the third time. At least it's like a little different. You know, it's a prequel. And after I saw the image, I can kind of see him as a young Willy Wonka.
Oh no, he looks great.
Yeah, he looks like it. And I mean, Timothée Chalamet is a great actor.
And do you remember Mr. Bean, the spy guy?
Oh my god, I love.
Yeah,
Mr.
he's
Bean.
in it.
Oh, I'm watching this
movie.
movie.
And Keegan-Michael Key's in it. Olivia Colman's in it. These are just other actors and actresses I know. And yeah, I'm actually Paul King's directing it. Not super well known for what the movies he's done, but in total,
sounds like a knockoff Stephen King.
No, it's not a knockoff Stephen King.
I never heard of him.
He did the Paddington movies.
I never seen them.
You never saw the Paddington movies?
No.
You know Paddington 2 has like a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know. I don't get that. I thought I had 100%.
It went down. Some old dude got mad about the whole Citizen Kane stuff and went and gave it a bad review. But no, I mean, if you're gonna pick someone to do this movie, I guess the guy who does Paddington, he makes them good.
Mm-hmm.
He can probably make a young Wonka film. But I just don't. I have a problem with remakes, and I know this is.
But it's not a remake.
I know it's technically not a remake, but it's going back to a character we've already seen 2 other times.
But now we see a young version of him.
And we saw that in the Giant Debt one.
And we're gonna see him get Oompa Loompas.
He did that in the Giant Debt one.
Factory.
He did this all in the Giant Debt one.
Timothée Chalamet.
Okay.
That's the selling point.
Was he gonna have his Dune eyes for this one? Those bright blue eyes from Dune?
Maybe.
Oh my god. But no, Matt's excited for this, which makes a lot of sense. But
I like dumb movies.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I'm gonna go see it. Probably with Matt. But
IMAX.
This is not a movie I will see in IMAX.
But I see Dune in IMAX though.
Yeah, Dune is going to be.
That's a good movie when it comes out. I'm hoping.
Comes out 2 weeks.
Yeah.
October 22nd. There's our little Dune quote for the week. And now moving on from that, that was the last topic for this week's news portion. And now moving on to the part that I'm excited to talk about, and I know you're excited to talk about, is No Time to Die. And I think before this is how me and Nikki do a review, I think we should give our score of 100 first and then give like an explanation.
Okay. My first question here though is
it spoilers?
Yes.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people haven't gotten to see it yet.
Are we gonna do the first half of spoiler free and then get the spoilers?
Well,
because I have some pet peeves that involve spoilers.
Yeah, we'll like give like a heads up if we're getting right into it.
Okay.
But first, just give like your little think about it. Like out of 100, what would you give it?
Here, you go first. I gotta give it some thought.
It's me for okay. But I think I'm gonna give it like an 83, 84. Just my little synopsis for it. James Bond is enjoying a tranquil life in Jamaica after leaving the active service. However, his peace is short-lived, and he's eventually dragged back into the spy life. And I felt like this was Daniel Craig's last outing as Bond, which everyone knew going into it. And I really think it was a good send-off. Like, for his last movie, and yes, it's not perfect. It's no Skyfall. It's not Casino Royale. But it's definitely better than Quantum of Solace or Spectre.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
I think that's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna give it 2 different ratings for not like thinking of Daniel Craig's last movie or any of that, like no emotional connection or anything. I'd probably say a 78.
Okay.
With Daniel Craig being his last send off, like you said, and it being like the last James Bond movie for him, I'd probably give it like an 82, 83.
So we're right around the same.
Yeah,
Because I probably would agree with you on if it wasn't like if this was just a Bond film alone.
yeah. If I was just looking at it as a Bond film,
78.
I'd probably say
79.
78. Like
There are definitely some
C plus
misses
Yeah,
parts, but I really like the cast. Of course, Daniel Craig is James Bond, and Rami Malek plays Safin, the villain, the Bond villain. I thought he was kind of cool as the Bond villain.
he was a great villain.
Yeah, Naomi Harris, Ralph Fiennes, Ana de Armas, who I love, and I've talked about on the podcast before. Matt seemed to really like her in this movie.
She's a great actress.
She's a great actress. Oh god, I'm gonna say her name wrong. The girl that plays Madeline, Bond's love interest in this movie, Leah Seydoux. I really hope I said that right. But yeah. Oh, Jeffrey Wright's in it. Jeffrey Wright, who's also playing Commissioner Gordon in the upcoming Batman. Very exciting. But he was great.
Mm-hmm.
Acting was not the problem.
Right?
Yeah, he was fearless. The acting wasn't the problem.
Oh no, the acting was spectacular.
Was great. I think it was a little bit of the pacing.
It was the pacing, and if it was just a regular movie, it would have been good. But considering it's a Bond movie, I felt like there were parts that weren't of the same attributes of a Bond movie.
Yeah.
Bond never has a love interest.
That's not true. In the first Casino Royale, he does. He like loves her. It's not like Skyfall. He kind of likes the girl, but in Casino Royale, he loves
Bond's
her.
Supposed to be like that, like macho guy, suave, like he's going around, like he doesn't care. No, he's just doing his own thing. He'll do whatever he wants with anyone, and then just move on. He has no emotional connection because he's supposed to be like that. I'm putting in air quotes, like that alpha
male.
Yeah, like he's supposed to be like that whole entire concept of an alpha male, and then he's just like flat out in love in this.
Yeah, like I get where you're coming from, but I think the reason that this one did so well, like the whole Bond's franchise, his 5 movies, is because in Casino Royale, you can tell he loves that girl because he tells her he loves her, all this stuff. She dies, and then I think that's where they're kind of like, in the next 3 after that, they were kind of like, he's not going to settle down. He's too scared. And that's why in this one, this isn't a spoiler. This is kind of in the trailer. He goes to the girl's grave, actually, from Casino Royale to see the grave. And you can tell that he still loves this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was kind of this whole movie's love story. And I did the quotations as well. Was kind of like him moving on. But I do agree,
well, I know you're talking about Casino Royale and like that. I'm talking about Bond as a whole.
Oh no,
back in 60s.
Oh, never.
70s.
Didn't have love interest.
Never.
Daniel Craig was the first one to say, I love you. I'm like, if I'm wrong, someone comment that I'm wrong. But from what I remember, I've watched most of them. He doesn't say it.
And it's not even like there's an issue with him, being in love.
No, everyone does it.
But it's like for a Bond movie, it's not like the fitting part of the character, in my opinion.
Yeah,
as that's never what we've seen in a Bond movie, really. Besides, I guess you said Casino Royale.
Yeah,
but there was parts, especially in the movie. I don't want to get into spoilers, but it just dragged him at certain points.
There was certain scenes where it felt like it dragged on.
It dragged on, and you also see it drag him down as a character.
Yeah,
which I guess is kind of cool in a character complex, if you're looking at a character and analyzing characters, but it just didn't fit Bond, and it felt like there was conflicts with that.
Yeah, and it wasn't dragging him down how it was in Skyfall, where he had fully lost it.
Yeah,
he was an alcoholic, couldn't keep himself together.
I love Skyfall.
That's the best Bond movie. That's a different day. I will at some time rank the Bond films. Not all of them, just Daniel Craig's, because I don't want to waste my time with Pierce Brosnan. But I think from here on out we might actually have to do spoilers, because it is really hard to talk about this movie.
That's what I mean.
But so if you don't want any spoilers, I'm pretty much gonna say the rest of this episode might not be for you. But if you don't mind spoilers, or if you have seen the film, which we both highly recommend, if you're a Bond fan, go see this movie. Yes, it's not the best, but it is still a fitting end to his franchise.
I mean, honestly, if you're not a Bond fan,
still might like it.
It'd probably be a little better if you win it, because then it's just a regular movie to you. And I'd probably give it a higher score if you were just watching as a regular person.
Oh no, because then I wouldn't like the ending.
That's
kind of.
true.
I
There's
would
no
have been
emotional
pissed
connection,
off.
and there's some parts you don't really get.
Yeah, like
like you
Nikki
said, the
saw it with
cemetery
us.
part and stuff.
Yeah, like Nikki, thank God, had seen Casino Royale,
yeah,
so he understood the cemetery scene, but he had no idea what was going on when they kept referencing Spectre.
yeah. I guess there are some parts where like you kind of have to know the background. I don't really think about that.
Yeah, like me and you just have seen them all, so
Yeah,
it wasn't
I
a big
just was
stuff for
kind
me
of
and
like
you.
just came with it.
Yeah, but thank you to everyone who is going to end the video here. But make sure to tune in to next week's episode. Next week's episode will be about DC fandom. But yeah, we will start the spoiler review now. So hope you left. Please tell me you left if you don't want a spoiler. But I think we should start off with the elephant in the room. James Bond. Dude died. What the hell?
So I'm gonna start first. I just really like this is one of the things that really bothered me. The way he died, like the explosion part, yeah, it's whatever. Like, I guess it's one of the ways he could have died. The effects of it, though, I felt like I was watching a TikTok animation. I don't like how it was boom, boom, like a 3-way explosion, and then he just like boom. I feel like I was watching like one of those TikToks where it's like, watch the lightning hit me and then they explode. Like the effects it just wasn't there for me.
No, the VF.
I wish it was like a pan out type of thing.
I liked how what they cut to the far away shot.
Yeah.
I liked that, but I didn't like what you're saying because the way that they filmed the actual scene, they film it over his shoulder, and you see all the explosions leading up to him, which I didn't like in the moment. I was also crying. Let's clarify something. I was crying at this point. But then they do like a cool pan away, like it's far away shot. Now they cut to, and that looked great.
Yeah.
But I do agree with what you were saying. But it was sad, that whole sequence, him talking on the phone and everything.
Yeah.
But no.
Like, I do like how he ended up killing. I just lost the villain's name in my head.
Siphon.
Yeah, I can't
Is that how
pronounce
you
it. That's
pronounce
why
it?
I can't.
Safin.
Safin. I kind of like their conflict they had right there. Like, especially. I mean, first of all, I don't really know how Bond survived like getting capped like 5 times by Safin.
Oh yeah, he gets shot 3 times in like the midsection.
Yeah, like I don't get that too much, but it's a movie, I guess. But I did like the part how like he just capped him in the face like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, he
like,
tells him
you can
like
kind of see like the emotion in him when he killed him because like you obviously know he did stuff to his lover and stuff.
Yeah, because he figured out that he can never go see his daughter.
Yeah.
And I think it's just hard. Like you can truly see that he wants to get out. He doesn't want this job anymore. He wants to spend time with this woman that he loves and his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see it take him over in that one scene.
Yeah.
Because Bond never Bond kills a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the way he did it in that scene was just different from how you'd normally do.
Like you saw.
He picks it up and he just like stands there and shoots him 3 times in the face.
And then just kind of crawled / walked away as he was in dying mode.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even if the bombs didn't kill him, he would have died.
Maya, shut up.
But it just happened. I just don't like how he really died. That's kind of the thing that bothered me.
Yeah, no, he gets hit with like.
Too. Like
I wish it was just the poison.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like sat there and he's like, it's over.
And then another thing that like kind of irritates me is he like leaves his like girlfriend because they never were married, and then he comes back in her life. He's got a child. He's got all this, and he just dies.
Well, that's how it worked. It's James Bond.
James Bond wouldn't have a child in the first place.
Hey, we only know that because he keeps cutting women out of his life. We don't know what he pays.
He wouldn't have ever seen his child.
Yes, that's more on the point.
I just kind of irritated me how he just dipped like.
Well, he doesn't dip. He thinks that she betrayed him, so he kicks her away.
Well, yeah. But then like he comes back in her life. He's got a child. And he's just like send the bombs.
What was he supposed to do? He can't bring the virus. It would kill him.
Well, the virus only affects certain people.
Yeah, but they said he could never see her again because it would kill the baby.
I don't think it would kill the baby because he got the virus, or he didn't get the virus. He got whatever. Like he couldn't affect her.
He couldn't.
And the child has the same genetics as the mom.
No, because remember she gives it to him on that little slip from Spectre.
Yeah.
But then Rami Malek, remember that blood thing he was holding?
Oh yeah.
That he had made a version of the virus with his girlfriend's blood. So when it cut him, it would kill the baby because that's his daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't like how he died.
No, I know. But going away from the ending of the movie, there's a couple sad scenes throughout this movie. Now that I'm like putting it like
Felix
all-
dying.
Yeah, Felix
Felix dying
dying
was probably the most sad scene in my
because
opinion.
Felix had been through all these with him.
And it's just the way he died.
Yeah, and he had to like let him go, and you just
Like
see him.
he didn't really die from the gunshot wounds. This guy
Oh, he drowned. This dude drowned.
Drowning's scary. I'd rather die from a gun than drown.
No,
Like, and Bond just, he was holding him in his
he's
hands.
holding
and
him.
he
He's
just,
trying to
he
drag him
had to
out.
let him go to die and drown. Like it's like he died and he just dipped. Like he just let him drown, which is like it's kind of traumatic.
Oh no, this dude has a traumatic life. Daniel Craig might be better off dead.
Yeah,
The effects of his life might eventually kick in.
it's just so sad. And I was like so happy seeing Felix too. I was like, yo, like let's
Yeah,
get
he's
it.
back. Like, who doesn't love seeing him?
And then this motherfucker shoots him on a boat.
Yeah, that scene was crazy. So, if you haven't seen it, there is a scene when his name's Ash. Ash is on the ship. He's brought along by Jeffrey Wright because the CIA makes him. And then eventually we figure out that Ash is actually a bad guy, and he pulls a gun to try and shoot Bond at first. Then Bond stops when he turns and shoots Jeffrey Wright's character, Felix. And it's a really sad scene. Like, just seeing a character that like has been in the whole franchise, is a friend of Daniel Craig's, James Bond. But no, I think that was probably one of my favorite scenes because it was just like good movie
It was just good acting too. Like,
acting. It looked cool.
it was an intense scene. Like the angles were everywhere. Like it was just like because it kind of the angles snapping back and forth kind of showed the stress and the anxiety of this whole situation.
Yeah, because when the boat would move, the camera would move with it.
and then the water rising when they were
Under the water shots and all that.
It was just a great like whole entire scene.
No, we gave it a low 80s, early 70s, late 70s, early 80s, depending on the way you viewed it. But I still think we both enjoyed the movie.
Oh, I still liked it.
Yeah, it was a lot better than Venom 2.
One of my things about the rating, though, I kind of mentioned earlier, is it kind of drags on. I think it's one of the longest Bond movies.
It is the longest movie.
Yeah, it's long.
And you can tell sometimes.
Yeah, and there's some scenes where like, it was when they were in Cuba and kind of just bouncing around, just like in the very beginning of the movie. There were just some parts that it just didn't seem super necessary, or some of the scenes were just super drawn out.
Oh no, I get exactly.
Like I think it was Italy, and even like that whole driving scene. Like it was a cool scene, like seeing him like.
But
escaping.
it was so much of it that you were kind of
so
like
long. I kind of was like waiting for the part of the trailer where he pulls the guns out of the car. Like,
yeah, because
like,
the trailer gave away almost that entire sequence.
Yeah, the trailer gave away that whole scene, and then it just took forever to even get to that scene. Like,
yeah,
that's like just some situations were just drawn out.
They could have definitely this movie instead of how long was it actually? I don't know exactly how long it was. I'm pretty sure it was 2:42 or something like that. This movie could have been 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah,
You could have cut 20 minutes.
There was a good amount that could be cut out.
But once they got to the final island, like the third act,
That was pretty solid. Yeah,
seeing him go through the building and fight, like that whole stairway sequence, that joke.
That
I should have my watch.
Classic James Bond scene where he turns.
Instead of doing the intro, like everyone knows when he turns down the walkway and shoots and the blood drips down, they do it kind of in the trailer, but in the intro to the movie, but not the exact way. So you're like, oh, okay, like we get to see it. But then he actually uses the move in the movie, and everyone in the movie theater was like, oh, hey, like that's the thing.
That was an awesome scene.
No, and it was like a scene that me and you laughed at is so James Bond's daughter is kidnapped by Safin, Rami Malek's character, and when he's trying to take the girl away, he's like, fine, you don't want my protection, go, and he just lets the little girl and she runs away.
Yeah,
and it's just gunfire going off.
She just dipped, and one of the things that also kind of bothered me was they found the daughter really fast. For like some reason, I thought they were gonna find Safin and be like, where the hell's my child?
I wanted that.
Like I wanted some more like they thought they got, because they were mainly searching for the daughter rather than Safin at that point, because obviously the child's a little more important.
Yeah, to them.
And then I was expecting them to not find the child, and like that'd be a more like another stress type of scene.
Yeah, but
instead they start going to the room. Hello. Oh, they're cheating.
Oh yeah, the baby's hiding underneath the table and climbs out, Mama.
And it was like literally the scene right after it. So like,
there's 5 minutes. She's gone in the movie time. Like how long we waited was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But in the actual probably movie, it was probably 2 minutes.
Yeah. Like it just literally felt like
in that whole facility
didn't really do much.
Yeah, no, that girl's just
And
insane.
yeah, it's a whole freaking island.
Yeah, and this girl
How do
finds
they
them.
just find a little 2-foot tall child just walking around that easily?
But no, I would have liked that, but the only problem is if he had found Safin first, is the baby gonna die on the island with him?
Well, there could have been other ways to figure that out.
That would have been a dark end.
Like,
Can you imagine?
like they find Safin. Safin evades and leaves, but they're like at the same time, like, where the hell did my kid go? He's not with Safin at this point. And then like Bond tries to go for Safin, and she goes after her child, or
Yeah.
whatever, vice versa, something. And then they find,
I kind of wish the other Bond girl found her
yeah, like,
because she was doing stuff by herself.
no offense, she kind of like she didn't really do much.
No, they like
important in the movie.
she was in the scene with Ana de Armas where she was like fighting off everyone, which was
Yeah.
cool. And I felt like progressively she got less and less important.
Yeah,
And then the final mission, he just dumps her off. He's like, "You stay with this one dude."
yeah, she just stayed in the lab and just stood there with a gun pointing at the scientist.
And then she did do the cool action sequence by herself.
She did have that cool fight scene, but it just felt like her role wasn't important, and was the 007.
Yeah, now she's definitely 007 because now
Yeah.
it's not an option.
It just didn't feel like, especially if she's supposed to take on the next Bond or whatever.
I don't know if she is though.
I don't know if she is either, but there's
I-
rumors.
My
And-
thing, and I really hope people don't take this the wrong way. I don't think that a female should play James Bond. I'm okay with a female being 007. James Bond should stay as a guy and then have a 007 female.
Yeah,
Like that's what they did in this movie.
yeah,
But don't people are like, "Oh, a girl needs to play James Bond." No, give a girl a whole new character.
I just don't see there's a reason to change something that's been going on for so long. I feel like, if anything, make something fresh, like make something original.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's more of a laziness, like to like make her to like put a female part in there. I feel like if you actually build like a character that's a woman, or like anything, like
Yeah,
just
like-
change up the like don't change the formula, make your whole new formula.
Yeah, make something
Like,
new.
make something new and make something awesome. Like, it doesn't matter who plays what. It's just like, I don't see a reason to change something. Like, even like Charlie Brown and stuff. Like, when you see like the voice change and like the character, it doesn't feel the same because you're used to what's before. When you completely change a whole gender and it doesn't even match like what was there before, I just don't think there's a whole reason behind
Yeah,
that.
because James Bond. This is nothing against women.
Bond's
James
been around
Bond
since
is a guy.
1960.
Yeah, James Bond has really been around since the 60s. And again, we're not saying that there can't be a female 007. We want a female 007, but James Bond himself should still stay as a male character. Females should get their own character, their own storyline. And yeah, make them like fight with James Bond, like
Yeah,
be
just
a team.
build a new formula. Why you gotta like reuse the same formula? I see it more lazy than
Yeah, it is lazy.
anything.
It's a big problem in Hollywood in total.
Yeah, like it's just like remaking anything else. I just don't like it.
Well, neither do I. But you still want to see Wonka. You just give that whole
Well, it's different. It's a
No, it's
prequel.
not.
It's a prequel.
But no, I think going off let's talk about our favorite things about the movie because I feel like we just hated on the movie a
I
lot.
loved the camera angle when they broke into the
Oh, they break
the
into
lab.
MI6's building.
yeah, to like get the it starts with an H. What's that the virus called?
I don't remember.
I think it started with
It
an
was
H.
COVID.
Huh?
I said it was COVID.
Yeah. I forgot what it's called. Like, but when they got their hands on like the super virus that was like a bioweapon, that whole entire shot, like them going down the building on like the it was like not like a SWAT team, but like just dropping in and then blowing the window and then getting in and just like even like the lighting inside, like the dark lighting.
Yeah, the dark lighting with the red
it
lights
was just
going
a
around,
great shot, and like the build up, like calling the scientist as he's there.
letting them know like they're coming in.
And then there's a little comedic effect after he's like, "Oh, I love dogs, I love
Yeah.
cats," like, and then like hanging up, like that was just a great. I love.
I actually
that
like that guy, the doctor.
Yeah, I wanted to hate him, but there was parts where I was like,
He's
"He's kind of
just so
cool."
dumb.
And then he saved Bond. Like he's like changing DNA, and then Bond's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you."
But the cinematography is done by Linus Sandgren, and I agree with you. I think the cinematography throughout the entire movie was good.
Oh yeah,
It was a very pretty movie.
and the color grading, like when they're in
Yeah.
Italy, and just like all the
was
shots, like, the
bright.
colors really popped. Like it's just a visually appealing movie. It was really good.
Yeah, and I thought it was one of the prettiest movies of the year.
Yeah.
And then My boy Hans Zimmer coming in with the music, doing The Dark Knight. He's done Inception. He's done a lot of movies. He's done the main Spider-Man
He's an
movies.
icon.
Yeah, he's the best composer, and maybe John Williams, because John Williams done Star Wars, Indiana, E.T., all that. But Hans Zimmer, the score for this movie was great. The music was great. The sound effects, like everything worked. Now moving on to what I think was one of the most important parts of the movie was Rami Malek as Safin. And I know a lot of the critics think he kind of did nothing, and to a point I understand, but I liked him. Like I thought he was creepy, and yeah, I think that scene when he's with James Bond and Madeline, and he's trying to show James Bond, he's like, if you don't get past your weapons, I'll throw the girl into the air, and he throws a pillow instead. The pillow gets just lit up by four guards, and I think he was good. Like I get.
See, to me, I imagine it's quality over quantity.
Yeah.
The quality of his scenes versus the quantity of his scenes. And I felt whenever he was there, just like his disposition, like how he looked at everyone, his accent, the way he talked, the slow pace, he just gave like a menacing vibe. Like he was a bad man, just the way like you saw him. Like, and he had like, I couldn't tell if it was a stubble. Like he looked like he had some scars.
Oh, his face was
he had some scars on his face. And he just looked like he's been through it all, and he was just a bad man.
He's been shot.
And
remember, he gets shot in the beginning of the movie.
No, yeah,
the girl shoots him.
The girl lights him up
8 times.
Yeah, and he somehow survives. Michael Myers out
he
here.
Might have a bulletproof vest on.
Yeah, that's true.
He was pretty.
And he had a thick jacket and everything too. And it's probably a small rounds too on a pistol. But my two favorite scenes of him was when he was walking around the garden holding the daughter. I forget her name.
Madeline.
Yeah, Madeline's her name. It doesn't matter.
Oh, well, continue.
Okay. Well, when he's like walking around the garden with her, and just like the whole like even the shot was cool, like the circle type of like movement they were walking in.
Well, it was those stressed sand pits.
Yeah.
That people have at their desk, but it was just a massive one.
Yeah.
A sand garden. That's what they're called.
And like, I'm so bad with names in movies. What was his lover's name again?
But that was Madeline. Matilda's his daughter.
I was gonna say Madeline did not sound like the daughter.
No, Madeline's the girlfriend.
And then Madeline, like the shots bouncing back and forth with her, like watching her daughter with him and saying like, "Don't touch the plant, don't touch the," like just like the uneasiness of him holding her child and being such a messed up man. I love that scene. And then my favorite scene is just his reopening scene, not from the beginning of the movie, when he is in the therapy room with her, and they're kind of like talking. There's kind of an uneasy setting in there, like she kind of feels weird, like you can feel like the weird tension.
You can tell there's tension. Hans Zimmer did a great job giving off the tension with the music. It was very
and the lighting
low.
It was very blue type of lighting.
Yeah, it was like dark. It was more but I agree totally.
Yeah, and then when like he kind of talks about like a trade, like saving, like when you save someone's life, they become like
yours. You're in control.
Yeah, they become yours, like you own them at that point.
That's what we say, own them.
And then when she opens a box, it's the mask he wore in like the very early when he was a child.
She gets saved by him because she falls to the ice and he rescues her, but she had never known who he actually was.
And when she like sees it, like the mask, like the tension just climaxes. Like
she starts crying.
Yeah, you can, like I love that scene. Like the emotions, the tension, just everything about that scene was just perfect in my opinion. Like that was my favorite scene, which proved that he was a good villain.
And Rami Malek, like I think Rami Malek's one of the best actors. He, of course, won the Academy Award for playing Freddie Mercury. Mm-hmm. But he's also in Mr. Robot, which is a great TV show. And I feel like this kind of like put him in the spotlight to be a good villain, because you've never really seen Rami Malek as the villain.
Mm-hmm. And like with that scene, a villain can be like, oh, that like physically like killing so many people. But when you have a good psychological villain where they can get into like the head and like even your head, like you see how they work and kind of like how they think, I think that's when you have a great villain.
Yeah, because like
when you have a psychological
just like I know Joker in The Dark Knight kills people, but if you really think, he only ends up killing like 4 people, but he's such a psychological dude. Like if you like you're saying, if you can get that good like if you can understand it, that this dude is just psychotic, crazy, wants chaos, it makes a great villain. And Rami Malek did that. The director made that happen. The scenes that they put him in, Hans Zimmer's score behind him, every bit of it gave off that he was dark, disturbed dude. And
even like the last scene when Bond and him end up dying, he could have left that island too, but
Oh,
he wanted to go down with his chemical weapon. Like he's reopened it to try to make it still active to like cause mayhem. So he like closed the bunker again, and Bond had to go back up. Like he was that messed up of a person where he put his life not even on the line. Like he knew he was gonna die at that point.
I think he knew when he went to shoot Bond. I think he knew he wasn't going to beat Bond,
Yeah,
but he could slow him down enough and infect him to make sure that he won.
yeah. Like
'Cause-
at the same time, like as a villain, he may have died. I still think he kind of won in the end.
Because he still infected a ton of people. He killed goddamn James Bond.
Yeah.
That's like a pretty big deal. Like, no one's ever done that.
And he's screwed up his family.
Yeah, like he can't go. He could never be with his daughter or the woman that he loved.
Mhm.
But I really think Rami Malek was just. I think he did a really good job. Like
He was great.
Javier Bardem from Skyfall is still, in my mind, the perfect Bond villain. But Rami Malek might be second.
He was awesome. And like we had this conversation earlier, kind of debating. I thought he was gonna be back in this movie because of the shot of him in the snowsuit.
Yeah, I know you did.
Well, because he was in that same snowsuit.
He was in a snowsuit, but the mask was used in Spectre.
The mask was different, but
Yeah.
that same snowsuit, same snowy setting. I just had some weird thought in my mind
Yeah, I
that
know.
he was coming back.
And let's clarify, we're driving to the movie theater. And this dude and my dad are telling me that I'm wrong. Javier Bardem is not in this movie. Don't expect to see him. But a character that did come back for this movie that I think did a great job for the small bit that he was in, Christopher Waltz, the dude from Spectre. When they see him at the hospital in the
Yeah.
prison, just a creepy scene. For those who don't know who Christopher Waltz is, he is the bad Nazi from Inglourious Basterds. He is creepy in this movie, and I did not like him in Spectre. But I said this right after the movie. I was like, Christopher Waltz made up for his performance in Spectre in this movie, because you can see that he's just evil.
And he also like Madeline like breaks down and leaves the room.
Yeah,
And he didn't even do anything. He was just staring at her, going slowly moving up.
yeah,
to,
and it was
like,
just
the
a
hall.
long build, and then Bond like grabs him
Mhm.
because he finally gets Bond to break, and,
Yeah.
like snap. And I just feel like any villain that was in this was cool. Like
Yeah.
even that dude with the glass eye, he was cool, and he got an awesome death when he
Yeah.
used the EMP wristwatch
Oh,
and it
yeah.
blows the dude's eye up and
Mind
kills him.
blowing.
He's like, I just showed someone your watch. It was mind blowing.
Yeah, there were some good funny jokes and like randomly. They
Yeah,
slid
it was.
in.
There was some funny scenes. Then they dropped the F word. They dropped fuck.
Oh yeah, who? it
Ralph
was-
Fiennes did it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
When
I
he was at the
Yeah, and
base.
I remember I was like, what?
Yeah, that caught me off guard.
Because they've never said it in a Bond movie before.
That really caught me off guard. That's like when Samuel L. Jackson uses the one F word in the movie.
Yeah.
Get
would've made
one
s-
shot, don't blow it. He ain't blowing in this though. Like, that caught me off
No,
guard.
like I think everyone in the movie theater was kind of like taken back for a second because when you're going into a Bond movie, you know it's gonna be violent, but there's never a lot of cursing
Yeah.
ever, and I think this one probably had the most. They say shit a couple times, said
Yeah.
bitch, like stuff like that. But
I will say I did like after Bond died. I did like how it wasn't a long drawn out ending part after that. I kind of like how they kind of cheersed his glass
and
at
then
an
they went
empty
back to
table,
work.
and they moved on because I mean in like the secret agent world
It happens
and all that, like people die. It's not like an uncommon thing. It's unfortunately, and just like they showed their condolences, which they didn't even have to do in the first place, especially in that scene. Like you should maybe send it at the casket type of thing, but there's no casket, obviously.
Yeah,
It's blown up.
He got blown up.
But just like at the empty table, his glass there.
They kept the glass on the table for him.
They didn't even like really do a toast until like the last part, like a toast to Bond.
Yeah.
They kind of just like talked like he was there, and then like a cheers type of thing.
No, I liked what they did because once he did die and my crying started to subside a little bit, I was still a little bit of crying. But once they stopped that, I was kind of a little nervous that they were gonna do some drawn out scene, like big funeral.
Yeah, I was expecting like the Queen, like a ton of
Yeah,
like,
but I was happy that
crazy.
it was late just five of
Yeah.
them in the one room.
it was a small thing, get together. Because I mean, James Bond, he's a secret agent, so technically, England, like the people aren't supposed to know him.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense if there was a big funeral or big like gathering for him.
Yeah, it
So
made
I
sense.
like how they acknowledge that he's a secret agent. So his funeral, I guess, like I don't know, his remembrance ceremony.
Yeah, remembrance, I guess the better word.
was very small. It was just the people he knew.
And then my crying came back at full tears coming down my face when then it went back to Italy and Madeline was driving Matilda around. And she's like, I'm gonna tell you a story about a man, James. I was like, damn, bro. So we went full circle.
Yeah.
I think like it was such a nice way to end it.
Hmm.
Like, again, it's not Casino Royale. It's not. Of course, it's not Spectre. It's 10 times better. But Skyfall, which were probably the two best Bond movies ever. But this might not be the best Bond movie, but I think it was a very fitting finish to his franchise.
Yeah, I'd say it's fitting. I know you said you liked that scene where they're driving to Italy.
Oh, come on.
I wasn't a big fan of it, in all honesty.
Why?
Again, it brought up the whole love interest type of thing.
But he did love her.
I know, but it's just like I didn't like how that ended with the love interest.
No,
I
ended
wish
with
it-
his daughter.
I know, but I wish it ended with just like his remembrance.
I think a better ending would have just been them cheersing and then saying back to work and then cuts.
That's what I was expecting, and then it cut to like a bright, vibrant
It
scene
looked gorgeous.
going through Italy, and like yeah, it's a pretty scene, pretty shot, all that.
Come on, tell me it didn't tear at your heart a little bit.
I just didn't like how it ended on a bright note after Daniel Craig just gets blown up.
Well, that was the point. Like it's the next. Like it's about moving on.
Yeah, but I like the cheers and then like
No.
life moves on type of
Yeah,
thing.
they were just like cheers back to
not
work.
let's drive in our Maserati, Aston Martin.
Yeah,
through
it's an Aston
Italy,
Martin.
And then let me tell you about James Bond. That's your dad. I'm not even gonna mention that part. It's James Bond. Like
They'll get to that eventually. She's a little girl. She's like 5.
yeah, but why she telling a story about a guy that kills people to like?
I think she's gonna tell the nice part of the story.
Like
your father killed a lot of people.
I just wasn't a big fan of that shot. I felt like it was a little unnecessary.
Whatever.
No, that's my cup of Joe.
But no, I liked the movie. I really did, and yeah, I am still a little upset that that's it for Daniel Craig.
He was a great
He got
actor.
5 movies though.
Yeah, he did, and they lasted a while. He was literally a whole lifetime.
Yeah, 2005. He got cast.
He was our James Bond.
2021 he ended. That's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah, lay our whole lives.
Almost 2 decades.
That's crazy. Actually, that's not true. Pierce Brosnan had 2002 James Bond, Die Another Day.
That's true.
It was also a massive flop and failure.
Yeah, no worry.
Yeah, we don't think about it. But no, I think that puts the end to the actual review portion. Yeah. Yes, Matt, we are moving on to fan questions.
Making sure you don't forget.
I was just finishing this portion. But no, I highly recommend it. Please go watch it in the movie theaters. Movies have actually made the most money this month than it has since 2019, actually, this past month.
I did not know that.
Yeah, which is huge because people were very scared, and especially me, who I love going to the movies all the time, that movie theaters were going to die out, but very excited to see that, and I really recommend to go see this on the big screen. Now, moving on to our 3 fan questions before we get out of here. And the first one comes from Chase. Who is your choice to play the next Bond? You can go first.
I don't even know who I think of.
Oh.
Maybe, actually. His name literally just lost my mind, and one of my friends will get very mad at me.
Is it me?
No, it'd be Sean. Peaky Blinders.
Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy.
Really? That's actually not a bad option.
Because, he's such a good actor. Like, phenomenal. But the way he plays Peaky Blinders, like, he's such a smart man, strategic. Suave. He's got his suit always on, his tux. Not tux back then, it's like a suit. He's, like I said, very smart, brutal. He'll kill whoever the fuck he wants to kill.
Yeah.
Like, it may not be the exact Bond thing I could think of, but out of all the actors that I really know of, which aren't that many, he would be the best that comes to my mind.
It's not a bad option, though.
Yeah.
Like, even for some, like, I know you're not a big actor guy, but, like, still think of Cillian Murphy's not a bad option. Mine.
I was just gonna say, if he was, he never will be, I don't think. But if he was, I don't see his franchise lasting that long.
Because he's already
as
older.
Daniel Craig, yeah. But I think it would be cool, I guess, like to see him.
Yeah, no. But, like, I think I'm going to go a little bit younger than you. Richard Madden, who's actually playing Icarus in the new Eternals movie, and Rob Stark in
okay.
He's in this show called The Bodyguard, where he's a bodyguard in England. Looks just like James Bond. Very cool.
See, I've never seen him outside of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
so
and he has like the suave haircut and everything.
I just see him as like,
a knight.
Yeah, knight, bearded, like
but
hairy guy.
No. But another option, which I thought about this. This was like 3 years ago that I came up with this. I would have loved Robert Pattinson to play Bond.
Really?
But because Robert Pattinson, just a great actor, first off. Then he got cast as Batman, so of course he can play Bond now. But then he's in Tenet, and he literally is just James Bond, and he was great. And I was right. I walked out of that, I was like, I was right. This dude needs to play James Bond, but he was already Batman. And I don't think you can play Batman and James Bond.
Yeah, it's two big roles.
Yeah, it's two incredibly massive roles. But yeah, those are our choices for the next Bond. Thank you, Chase, for submitting your question. Now, what is your most anticipated movie that is not Marvel or DC coming up?
I mean, it comes out in 2 weeks, but I'd say Dune.
Yeah, mine's probably Dune, Last Duel, or House of Gucci, because we saw that
House
new
of Gucci looks
House of
really
Gucci
good
looks
too,
great.
and it looks very, I guess, original.
Yeah,
out
like
of
I
a
would
lot of
never
movies
thought
coming
about a
out.
movie about Gucci,
Yeah,
and it just look.
I
It's
don't.
all true
I
story.
don't even know the history of Gucci.
No, neither do I. But now I want
didn't
to
know someone died.
It got murdered.
Yeah, so I find that really interesting.
No, I think those are probably my three. And
I do love with the House of Gucci, just like that time period, like the old cars that
Yeah.
you see, like, and just the clothes. Like it's a very cool time period.
classical. They all have like the best suits. They all
Yeah.
look great. Even Jared Leto, who's very chunky in that movie.
Yeah,
But those are probably my biggest movies. And I think Dune is, of course, if you know anything about movies right now, Dune's everyone's biggest movie right now.
yeah.
But,
I hope it's good.
But yeah, thank you again, Oscar. That was another great. He actually submitted a question like 2 weeks ago. It was another good one.
Not really.
So he's been on fire, actually. Now, moving on to our final question of this week's episode. Most underappreciated performance in a movie from Jordan. Like, most underappreciated actor in a movie.
100%.
Character. That you, like, love, but, like, you don't think people give enough credit towards.
Huh. I gotta really think about that.
I'll go first then. Sticking with Hugh Jackman, whose birthday was actually today. He was in a Denis Villeneuve movie called Prisoners, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and him, and Paul Dano, Terrence Howard. And I think it's one of my favorite movies. It probably is my favorite movie ever. And the fact that Hugh Jackman doesn't get nominated for an Oscar or anything was really disappointing in my mind. And yeah, I think it's one of the most underappreciated roles ever. And to give Matt an extra second, Robert Pattinson in Lighthouse is one of my most underappreciated roles ever.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna think of anything off the top of my head. I'm just trying to think of the movies I've seen.
Did you like William Dafoe in Lighthouse?
Yeah.
Do you think he was awesome?
Yeah.
He got no credit for that movie.
Oh.
Like no nominations for anything.
Lighthouse was a very interesting movie.
It is so weird, but I love it.
And I just don't recommend watching it with your dad.
I didn't make that mistake.
That was very awkward.
But so Matt can't really.
I guess Jar Jar. No.
Shut up. Okay, that is going to be the end of this episode. Matt, is there anything you would? First off, what's your recommendation for everyone this week?
Recommendation, like movie
or TV?
TV. I didn't see it, but I really want to see New York, the prequel to Sopranos.
Oh, The Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah, Many Saints of New York. I want to see that, so I'm just gonna say I recommend seeing it because I want to see it. You should see it.
Recommending a movie that has like a 45 audience score.
It looks good though.
Yeah, fans of The Sopranos.
I love mob movies.
I'm excited for it. I still have also not get to watch it, which is kind of disappointing.
I just love mob movies. So.
But yeah, no, that's
see it.
That's a good recommendation, and I think. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna stick with it. I recommend Prisoners with Hugh Jackman, which I've talked about 3 times this episode, and I'm also going to recommend The Lighthouse, but don't watch it with your parents.
The Lighthouse is like lingering in my mind.
Yeah, I know. Now, once you say it, you can't get it out of your head. But 2 very good movies, completely different styles of filmmaking. Robert Eggers with The Lighthouse. It's filmed in black and white, so if that does bother you, you'll have a hard time with this movie.
If you have a surround sound or something, Lighthouse is great for that. The movie has a lot of good, like, just audio,
sound editing, and all that.
Yeah, like it brings you into the movie.
That's
a lot of A24 type of movies, though.
They make bangers.
Their visuals, they're like, they're such great like film.
But yeah,
producers.
I think. Is there anything you want to plug or say hi to anyone while you're on the show?
No, I'm just here.
No, hi to your girlfriend.
No.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. Matt, thank you for being on the show again. Everyone seems to love you, so hopefully we can get you back sometime.
Thank you for having me. Maybe for Dune. We can talk about Dune.
Dune's going to be a massive event. Like, I think I'm going to try and get everyone on the episode for that.
I'm so excited for that movie.
But yeah, thank you again, everyone. Thank you to my sponsor, Chucky, with the Sci-Fi Channel. Highly recommend everyone to go check that out. Official love bracelets. If you and your special partner, maybe Matt and his girlfriend, can get matching jewel bracelets, which are named after cities on the Almani coast in Italy. And Anchor, thank you for letting me use your services, getting me sponsorships. And lastly, thank you for Cove Company for sending me the free hat that I can't wear because someone threw it somewhere. But thank you again for everyone that's listened to this. Thank you for helping me get to episode 11. Thank you for making this just a joy that I'm having a great time doing. And next week, I will be back with DC Fandom with a new co-host that has not been on the show yet. And yeah, anything else, Matt? One last thing before we go.
I just want to say thank you for having me.
You've
And I
already...
can't wait to talk about Dune.
Yeah, so yeah, go see this movie. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys next week.